Hey guys, we're back for a quick pop in. We're not going to be here long, just to get a couple topics out. Okay, let's get into it, honey. Everything said in this video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. We're going to jump right in. Thank you all for being here. All right. All right, so Cardi B is claiming, you guys, that Offset, which is her soon-to-be ex-husband, sent some explicit pictures of them to a man. The two of them, rather. Cardi is claiming that Offset sent some pictures of she and Offset to a man that she is actually dealing with now. And she's saying that is the type of shit that I've been dealing with for the past 2 months. So Offset is jealous, of course, that Cardi won't take him back and that she's moving on and she's publicly dating. Okay. And it's somebody with some money and she's dating an athlete now. So he's feeling very pressed about that. So what does he do? He's out here in his Martell Hope bullshit out here sending out revenge P on this girl. So now she has a charge that she can place on him for being petty. The charge on him. So let's go ahead and get into this Cardi B news. All right, give me a second, y'all. If you don't mind. Oh, there you go. Damn. All right, so let's get into it. All right, so here we go.
Oh, stop calling me. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. So let me tell ya about this fuck ass nigga, right?
Ooh.
For the past couple of months, I've been very quiet, but I've been going through a lot of stuff that I keep to myself. First thing first, this guy, right, is upset because I sent his girlfriend text messages of him begging me, saying he was gonna take away his life, begging me, saying he's gonna take away my life, all that shit. He was mad. He's mad about that. Mind you, this man sent text messages to somebody that I was dealing with me of me and him having sex. That's the type of shit I've been dealing with for the past 2 months. Every time he knows that I go out of town, he harasses me. He leave me voice notes trying to put my self-esteem to the ground. And I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of him and his girlfriend playing games on my phone, leaving explicit. No, stop calling me. I don't care.
Y'all hear that? That's some childish bullshit. Like, Offset is the one who cheated. Okay, now I don't live in their house, but from what was brought to everyone's attention is that Offset could not stop cheating. Like, he proposed to this girl, asked her to marry him. She said yes. They got married, had some kids. They got 3 kids now, and this nigga is still out here on the mess. So she decided, hey, I'm not gonna be with you no more. I'm moving on with my life. They separated, and he started seeing somebody like right away. So then soon after, she found someone that she started dating. And he's still harassing her. And according to what Cardi is saying here, he sending her a voice note saying, hey, I'm going to end my life. And he's just doing the most. And then now, because that's not working, because he sent her messages saying he wanted to end his life. So now it's, let me send out pictures and videos of me and you being intimate and having intimate moments, which I don't know why you allowed him to get those anyway. I keep telling y'all, stop letting these men video you and take pictures of you in compromising positions, because then they keep that shit for collateral later on whenever things don't work out or when they're away. All right, so let's continue.
Voice notes on my fucking voicemails on my phone. I told this girl, hey, why you, I hit this girl up before. Like, yo, I better not find out you in my house. This girl gonna tell me, why you care that I'm in the house? You haven't been there for 3 years. Girl, how you gonna tell me why I'm mad that you in my house when that's my house that I bought? Are you okay? And then this nigga gonna FaceTime me with his girl. Mind you, yo, you've been harassing me and harassing the men that I've been dealing with for months already. You've been harassing my friends. You send people to get my friend beat up, my home voice notes on my fucking voicemails on my phone. I told this girl, hey, why you, I hit this girl up before. Like, yo, I better not find out you in my house. This girl gonna tell me, why you care that I'm in the house? You haven't been there for 3 years. Girl, how you gonna tell me why I'm mad that you in my house when that's my house that I bought? Are you okay? And then this nigga gonna FaceTime me with his girl. Mind you, yo, you've been harassing me and harassing the men that I've been dealing with for months already. You've been harassing my friends. You send people to get my friend beat up, my home voice notes on my fucking voicemails. I really want to tell you about this suicidal. If I tell you about this hating, I really want to tell y'all so much about this hating because every single time that I find like peace, first of all, the way this man fucking ruined my Valentine's Day, and then like I really want to let y'all know the chastness that he fucking did a couple of days ago. You know what? I'm not even gonna do it today. I'm gonna tell you about his suicidal pussy.
Wow.
Pussy.
Wow.
I'm gonna say it soon. I'm gonna say it soon, but I'm gonna let a nigga keep trying me. I'm gonna let a nigga keep trying me. I'm gonna collect all my fucking evidence. So when I come here, I'm gonna show y'all the type of pussy nigga I breeded with.
Wow. That's deep.
I really want to tell y'all about this suicidal.
So y'all hear what they're dealing with, what Cardi saying she is dealing with Offset. She may want to go ahead and maybe like do a restraining order against him to where he can't contact her, and maybe they can exchange the kids by way of third person, like at the police department or something like that, because it's given that he is just not going to stop, that he is doing the absolute most because he can't have his way. I feel like he wanted Cardi to get comfortable with him cheating and being with multiple women, and he wanted her to I guess cater to him and to stay with him and allow him to do what he wanted to do while he while she just kind of sat and waited for him. But she said, hey, no more. I've been doing this for years and still having your kids, and you still keep disrespecting me. So now he's pulling every kind of string he can in terms of saying, oh, I want to unalive myself, or oh, I got this, my girlfriend is here in your house. Like, he's trying everything he can to make her crash out because he's crashing out. But I feel like she should take some very drastic measures legally in order to let him know this is not okay. You can't take pictures of me, videos of me, and put them out or send them to people, and think that that's okay. So I think she should file something on him. I do. And they can still co-parent, but do it in a way to where there are witnesses, because it's given that he's on some petty bullshit, and I don't like people like that. Okay. So hopefully they figure this out. My God, it's a mess. Okay. Child, they cracking down on that revenge peace stuff. So if anybody's out here on that level of mess, beware, honey, beware. All right, so somebody else who is out here still on the mess, honey, let's get into it. Monique, child. Monique is still out here fussing and carrying on about Tyler damn Perry. I'm so sick of her. I really wish she moves on past this. Now, she's already done a whole live with her husband. She called up Tyler Perry and asked him for an apology. I don't think he gave her an apology. I don't think. But Monique addresses her response to Tyler Perry's speech during Angie Stone's celebration of life. See, Angie been gone now, what is it, 2 weeks now? She's still on the shit. She said that what you will not do is be a wolf in sheep's clothing. You can't tell a person what they can and cannot do, first of all. So now she's upset because he will not give her this damn apology that she's been trying to coerce him into giving her. So now it's let me go on different platforms. Now she's at Red Grant. He's a comedian. Red Grant's podcast, and she's talking about Tyler Perry, and she's talking trash about him and trying to act like she is, the victim here in this situation. Let's get into this because I'm so tired of her.
Right. And you talked about that. What made you react like that?
Angie Stone was a warrior. Angie Stone was a fighter, baby. And to watch that man up there be hypocritical over top of my sister, no, sir. You cannot do that, because if it was the other way around, I know my sister would have done the same damn thing. It's like, what you will not do is be a wolf in sheep's clothing. I won't allow that, Tyler Perry. So, and when people say he does such nice things for people, he does. But he's going to make sure you damn sure know about it. He gonna make sure you knew. Okay, then Red Grant, we knew he had Whitney Houston on the plane. We knew he paid for the girl's house when it burned down. We knew he left a $3,000 tip. It's like, listen, when you do things from here, that's between you and the universe. So and let me be clear.
Yeah, and it talks about that in the Bible too. It talks about don't do for people and then brag, right? And you talked about that.
Let me be clear, as I've always said, me and my husband love Tyler Perry as we love Oprah Winfrey. They're our brother and sister, or they may be our sisters, however you see it, okay? However you see it, because if he has on the dress, he's my sister. When he puts on the damn pants, he's my brother. But however, Medea is a far better human being than Tyler Perry.
Child, that's the same person. That's
Medea is a far better human being because the principles and the values that she stands on, once he goes back to Tyler Perry, he drops it off. He drops it off. And people oftentimes in our community, we act with our emotions, not logic, not fact. We just deal with our emotions. And I'm like, y'all, as long as we deal in our emotions, we will always be placed at the bottom because we're not dealing with it logically or factually.
Right.
Let me be clear, as I've always said, me and my husband love Tyler Perry. Lee Daniels and I were like brother and sister. We were friends.
Notice she's calling off all these people that she have problems with and have yet to acknowledge that she's the problem. That's my thing. She done went over to Lee Daniels. You had a knockdown drag out with him as well. It's giving you the problem, sis. Well, let's continue.
And I knew his family. So what I knew my brother was doing was simply drinking the Kool-Aid. And I knew once he put the damn Kool-Aid down and picked up the pure water, he was going to come back. It took years. However, it was worth fighting for. So when people say, Monique, just be quiet. He said to me, as we went on a walk while we were filming, he said, why didn't you just shut up? You know?
Hear me? Can y'all hear me now? Can everyone hear me? Please put a one in the chat if you can hear me. StreamYard is acting a fool per usual. Okay, y'all can hear me. Great. Oh, StreamYard is acting a fool. My bad, guys. Well, it's not my fault, but it's StreamYard's fault. All right, so let's see if we can get it back. Child. I said, what the hell going on here? All right, let's try to finish it, child. Oh my God. I know I gotta get up off here. All right, so let's continue.
I knew once he put the damn Kool-Aid down and picked up the pure water, he was going to come back. It took years. However, it was worth fighting for. So when people say, Monique, just be quiet, he said to me, as we went on a walk while we were filming, he said, why didn't you just shut up? You know, and I said, had I shut up, you and I wouldn't be walking down this river. Had I shut up, I wouldn't be on that set with you. So things are worth fighting for. You can't be quiet because what happens is it just all the way back from slavery, we've been told, let it go. We've been told, just move on. We've been told you don't want to upset the master, so just be quiet. Well, that still affects us in 2025. Monique, be quiet, just move on. Lee Daniels and I were like brother and sister. We were friends.
She is so annoying, y'all. Oh my God. All right, so
the community is involved, and they want to see how it's going to play out because the community is saying, wait a minute, hold up. We don't know this sister to be no bullshit. We know she a loud mouth. We know she'll say some shit off the wall. But what we know about it is she true to her word. And all I would ask you is two questions. The first question is, did you not just say it was wrong? Tyler. Did you not just say it was wrong, Tyler? To say she was difficult for not doing something that she was not contractually obligated to do? Did you not say that you would feel that that was wrong? Or am I missing something? I absolutely said that. Yeah. So the community is.
I look at these young folks who are living.
This is what she's mad about, what Tyler had to say at Angie's funeral. We're just gonna play a snippet.
And they think that it's supposed to be the way that it is on Instagram, and they're forgetting about the people who have paved the way for them to be in that situation. They're forgetting about the women like Angie Stone, who's been in the business all of these years. You're gonna forget about what she did, all of the people that she put on and helped. So you got to go through something to write a song like $20. Because then she says, what you know about being poor. She don't say poor, she says poor. What you know about having to borrow from the neighbor next door. These are her words. What you know about bumming rides. What you know about having to swallow your pride. And this is the part of the song that got to me when she said, what do you do when you're through? When you're always helping people and nobody is there for you. Y'all got to forgive me because I'm angry at the way I look at these young folks who are living these lives and they think, I did not know all the things that she was going through. Recently, I found out because I'm not on Instagram. I'm not being hooked and manipulated by an algorithm telling me what to think and how to feel. So I don't see everything. But to think that this woman was in the business for all of these years, and there's a difference between performing because you want to and performing because you have to. All of those years, all of those songs, all of that money that was owed to her, where is it?
So that's what Monique is upset when he said this. Where's the money that's owed to her? Because Monique felt like, oh, Tyler wanted me to like maybe work a position or show up somewhere for free and do it, you know, for what's the word I want to look for? What's the word I want to say? For volunteer purposes. Wanted her to show up and like volunteer for something. She wanted to be paid. She said, my time is precious. If I show up somewhere, I want to be paid. But she's like, how you gonna sit up here at Angie Stone's funeral talking about some where's the money that she's owed that she needs to be paid, but then you gonna ask me to show up on set for certain situations, and then you don't want to pay me. You just want it to be like a volunteer type situation. So she went off and she took that and ran with it and caused this huge issue. Like, I really hate that she's on this in terms of Angie Stone's celebration of life. I don't feel like you should have attached yourself to it and made it about you, because it wasn't about you. So shout out to the Shade Room. It says that Monique revealed that the reason behind her response to Tyler Perry after hearing his remark during Angie Stone's celebration of life, says she explained that she felt the mogul had been hypocritical in his addressing, mostly referring to her experience with him, claiming that he painted her out to be difficult to work with. Says that she also stated that she believed his character, Medea, is a better person than him in reality. Now that's just taking a dig. And then she turned around and said, maybe it's her and her. The man he's a man. Okay, so now you're questioning his sexuality in your post, and that's just ignorant. That's ignorant, because had he said something about your fat ass neck, then you'd have been up there mad and saying, oh, he's coming after women and he's talking slick about women. But then you sit up there and question this man's sexuality, and that's just not cool, Monique. She's very problematic. Do I think that she could be difficult? She seems to be very difficult. I mean, just in your tone and conversation, every time you go live about something, it's very confrontational. And if you're that way with just that moment, I can see you being on set and wanting to have things your way and being difficult. So she get on my nerves. Get off my damn screen, girl. Goodbye. I can see her being difficult. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, damn neck. Her neck is fat like that. And I put it in the chat because her ass swallowing all them damn lies that her ass be spruing out. Neck full of damn lies. That's why your damn neck fat like that now. You need to go down there and get a neckotomy and get all them fucking lies out your neck. Anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Oh, she sent me, girl. All right, so let's move on. Tisha girl, while Marsau is out here riding dirty and getting chased by the police like he on cops, child. Tisha is over here, child, acting like she getting ready to start up her little mommy business podcast bullshit. Ain't nobody watching that, girl. Why you got a podcast when you can't even damn talk? But let's get into this bullshit. Okay, I'm down here at the women. What she say? I'm down here at the women expo. What is that, girl? You at the women expo? She's at the women expo. No S on it at all. So it's just one woman down there at the expo. It's one woman at the expo, Tisha. I'm so tired of you, girl. Why is the S always silent when you are talking about a group of people? Okay. And I don't want nobody to feel like I'm picking at somebody, but I'm so sick of her. If you are going to be doing speaking engagements, baby, go back and get some more speech therapy. It's women's expo. Like the X is always silent. Okay. And the S is always silent when you say women's, because it's a plethora of people there, girl. Let's get into this bullshit.
Hey y'all, I'm here at the Women Expo here in Huntsville, Alabama at the Von Braun Center. If you're in the area, please stop by, check us out. We have products for sale. I also have some very special guests because, guess what? I'm bringing back the podcast. So get ready. I have some powerful women that's speaking today that's also speaking at the expo. So join us. Hey y'all!
What was that little beginning wave and that mouth wide open? Why does she do that? That shit is so annoying. Let me go back. That shit is so annoying.
Hey y'all! I'm here at the Women Expo here in Huntsville, Alabama at the Von Braun Center. If you're in the area, please stop by, check us out. We have products for sale. I also have some very special guests because, guess what? I'm bringing back the podcast. So get ready. I have some powerful women that's speaking today that's also speaking at the expo. So join us.
I have some powerful I have some powerful women speaking today that's also going to be speaking at the expo. That's the same damn place. What the hell? Hey guys, I got some powerful women that's going to be here speaking at the expo. That's going to be here speaking at the expo. Like you really said that, Tisha? Did y'all catch that? Rose said, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis, and ain't. Okay, girl, sit down in here. See, you up here worrying about a damn expo while your husband out here riding dirty out here and his ass about to be on first 48, because you know how the damn police be out here when you don't be stopping when they're trying to stop your ass. He knew he had that warrant for not appearing in court. You sitting your ass up here on the stool with this little short ass dress on when you should have been out there looking for your damn husband. He need to be at the damn women's expo because his ass acting like a woman out here. Let's get on to the next damn topic. Sick of his ass already. I ain't even got to him. Now, I said originally I didn't want to talk about it, but a few of you guys hit me and said, Camry, are you not going to address it and or talk about it? I wasn't going to because I didn't care. I was trying to care, but I didn't. So I'm care a little bit just to kind of bring you guys up to speed and talk about what had happened to damn Marsau and his ass out here having a warrant. And I hope he don't have Maurice representing his ass when he do go to court, or he probably going to get life. Let's get into this. Shout out to TMZ. As you guys can see, Marsau Scott, child, from Love and Marriage Huntsville, the show that probably ain't coming back no more, is arrested for allegedly speeding or alleged speeding, and he had a warrant for not appearing in court. Okay, all right, that's him, child. That's him. Now I said that Marsau Scott, honey, was arrested in Alabama, but it seems that the charges were minor, and he's already out of jail. So he bonded out on $300 bond, child. That's their light bill money. Their lights will be off in 2 to 3 business days. Okay. So the Love and Marriage Huntsville star, I wouldn't call him that. We'll say cast member, was popped Friday. Was popped Friday night in Madison County, and according to jail records, he was allegedly speeding and had a failure to appear warrant in the system. How you know you had a warrant out here? Now, ain't this the same person that said in this past season that everybody on the show been to jail? Everybody on the show, something about everybody on the show's been arrested and been to jail or something like that. Everybody except Melody, of course. Melody, I haven't seen a mugshot about Melody going to jail or anything like that, or having any kind of legal issues like that. The only time she's ever been in the courtroom is because her stupid ass baby daddy Martell had her in there for some damn shenanigans that that has to do with the child custody case or that revenge peace situation. But it says the details are not clear at this time. Says, but we do know that Marsau was not in custody long, as the record showed that he did pay the $300 bond shortly after being arrested. Of course, they said that Marsau has been on Love and Marriage Huntsville since season 1 back in 2019 and is married to, of course, we know Latisha Scott, child, the one that cannot say expo her. So of course they said they reached out to get more information, but none was available. I mean, ain't nothing else to talk about. He got arrested, he got out. So he does have to appear. Not sure why he didn't go and answer that warrant. You riding around here and you know they pull your tag, your warrant is going to be pulled as well. All right. So let's see. All right, so I'm gonna play a little bit of what Sunni had to say about going to the jail to surprise Moses. Okay, so we'll watch just a little bit of this and then we're gonna get out of here because I gotta get ready for a panel coming up here soon. What is it? 3? Yeah. So we ain't gonna be on here too long. Let's go ahead and make this big. Shout out to Sunni Minx because that's where we're looking. So she's doing her makeup tutorial for those of you to be following her, honey. She does a makeup tutorial showing you how to get your brows done, how you do, your just how to put your makeup on, child, how you do a face beat. So while she's doing her face beat, she's talking about her plans to and how she misses Moses and how she's planning to go and surprise him for his birthday and how she's going to do it big. So let's get into it. All right.
On their special days. So as long as God, keeps blessing them with time, because I pray about that. When their days come, I'm going to make them feel special and try to think of something that I haven't done before. So I have already begun doing my eyes. I already did my eyebrows. I already concealed them. As you can see, this is a base here. And I've already, when you put your concealer, remember ladies, you want to, highlight this arch part first, which you can see it's lighter. And then I go in here with the darker concealer and then I spread it all over. So I have a clean, even palette to paint on, basically. And I've already started to fill in my shading here on this right eye, as you can see the difference. I've created dimension and I've created shape by going up towards the arch. And so we plan to go see the hotel where Martin Luther King was assassinated. I've never been there. I did go to Atlanta where they have like a sightseeing area for him there, but I've never been to the hotel where he was unfortunately assassinated. So I can't wait to go and visit, just to, because one thing about me, I'm a very spiritual, like I can feel energy and I can feel the presence of stuff. And I just want to go there and have that moment, of history and just be like, wow, this is where, Martin Luther King was, murdered. Somebody who, I'm not saying he was perfect because I don't know his full story and I've heard so many different controversial things or whatever, but I feel like he stood for something. You know what I mean? Whether it was always right or wrong or whatever the case may be. The man stood for something. You said be prepared, it's emotional. And I can bet, because I'm an emotional, I can connect to energy and I'm an empathetic person, excuse me. Still early, excuse me. I'm an empathetic person, so I can definitely feel energy. Yeah. So y'all just missed the call. Moses had just called me, and usually we don't speak until like the afternoon, but he called this morning. So it's like I can feel when he about to call. Like when I think about him and I'm having a moment where I'm just like, I miss my husband. Like, I want to talk to my husband. He'll call, I swear. And I'll be like, I don't know if it's a telepathic connection. We are soul ties. But it's like, I was literally thinking about him as I was scrolling through my phone. And he called. And he does that often. So like, it's like when I'm having one of those moments where I'm just focused on the thoughts of him and thoughts of us, he always pops up and calls. It's like, it's crazy because I feel like when my phone rings, I know it's him versus somebody else. I be knowing when it's him calling. So it's definitely a connection. Things are definitely in the spiritual realm. Things are always deeper than what we see. You know what I mean? Because I be feeling him and I just be so honed in on thinking about him And then he calls like every single time. And then it's like I said, I can feel when he's calling my phone and it's somebody else. And it ain't a different ringtone or anything like that. I just be feeling it like this, my baby. So let me talk. He's in very good spirits. Like when I say the word strength is defined by him, he has a different type of strength that I've never seen. Like the man is like strong, so much so to where it's kind of like, okay, baby, like he's been through so much, he's lost so many people around him, just the life that he's led from his past, just surviving. Because I don't know if y'all noticed, he's told y'all he's from Walnut Park. And I'm from the north side too. My family originated from the north side as well. We moved out when I was younger and moved up, as they say, and moved towards the county, which was a little bit more safe, but not too much. If you're familiar with St. Louis, North County can be, just as bad as the city is. Right now is worse because gentrification, they've moved people out of the city into the county. So now the county is just as bad as the city. So our crime in St. Louis is very widespread at this point. Wherever blacks dwell is crime. So don't matter. But unfortunately, he's from Walnut Park. And if you know anything about St. Louis, or if you have any friends or family from St. Louis and you mention Walnut Park, they're going to know exactly where you're talking about. And it is a doggy dog situation. And so for him growing up out of Walnut Park, surviving as 40-something-year-old man, is an accomplishment. A lot of his friends that he grew up with from Walnut Park are deceased or in prison for life, like never getting out. So for him to have come this far, to be an entrepreneur, to do things legit, like a lot of people I see make comments online like they don't know why he's locked up, but he's not locked up for anything new. Like he's not locked up for a new crime. This is something that went all the way back to his 20s with the probation thing. So it's not like he's out here still living that life. He got in trouble because of the show. You know what I mean? He got violated because of the show. So that's that. You know what I mean? Not a new violation for something else or anything pertaining to any illegal activity. So his past came back to haunt him, unfortunately. And yeah, my baby wants to do right. He wants to be thriving as a businessman and a family man. He's not out here trying to chase some old, hoodwink hood dreams or whatever. But anyway, I am going to fill in this eyeshadow.
I'll think about it.
His birthday is coming up in April. Mm-hmm. His April birthday is coming up, and I would love to go and see him for his birthday. That's my plans, but I don't know. They say it could take, there's no like set time of how long or how short it can be the process. It's kind of like when they get to it or whatever. So hopefully we get some favor shown and the counselor approves it quickly so I can go and surprise him for his birthday.
Yes, birthday.
I don't know how much of a surprise because they probably have to know, but I would love to see him so that he knows that, like, baby, I'm here and it's your birthday. And I don't give a damn where you at. We're going to make it special. Okay? So let me tell y'all, his birthday last year, I had this grand surprise party planned. I had all of his closest friends and family. We were going to surprise him out of town on a trip. And I had all this stuff planned. And Moses is very like matter of fact. So when I was trying to surprise him, I'm like, okay, baby, we need to get here. And he was like, for what? Like he's questioning everything. It's so hard to surprise him because he's going to be like, so what time? Where we going? Like he's going to ask a million questions, because he's very much like, my baby, from the streets, right here, a little hood or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. So he is very like, who, what, when, why, where, and how. Like, So surprising him, I see in the future, is not going to be the easiest thing for me to do. However, I am very good at what I do. So I'm going to have to be very creative when it comes to surprising Moses for birthday stuff. Because I'm going to surprise him every single time. It's going to be a grand celebration.
Come on.
I don't give a damn what's going on.
Yes, grand.
So yeah, last year was kind of a fluke because he ended up like, he was pressing me so bad about things were making sense. So he's like, baby, where we going? What we doing? You better tell me what. And I'm like, let me just tell this man. And then when I told him, okay, baby, this is who going, this is surprise. He was like, well, you could have just surprised me. I said, listen, I tried, but you questioned me like the damn, like you was the DEA. Hell. But anyway. Ain't nothing wrong with a little hood. You know what? I like my man to be well-rounded. I'm going to tell you. Because I'm a little, I'm not trying to act like I'm suburban. Okay? And I'm not trying to act like I'm Southern Belle.
There you go.
Okay? I done seen a lot of shit.
Me too.
Now, I am, I feel like I got a good mix of it. I'm not too hood and I'm not too uppity. And then, I'm a little bit of everything, all mixed in one. So I love a well-rounded individual. You know what I mean? That can relate to me. And that's why we get along so well, because we can relate to each other. Like same cloth, cut from the same cloth in terms of like same city, we know what it is. And so now he's the way, but he called me green. I'm green compared to him, but I am seasoned. Like my intuition is very keen. Like I keep my head on the swivel, as they say. Like I said, I've been in a lot of close counters. I've been almost robbed several times, which is a scary feeling. Like I've been shot at, like gun pointed, fire coming out the barrel that close to you, fired at. And I do suffer from PTSD. He suffers from PTSD. And that's something I really want us to get counseling on because it's real. I have extreme paranoia. So like when I sit at a gas station, this is how bad my PTSD is. I have my head on a swivel. No one can pull up right next to me or behind me. That looks, if I feel energy or if you look suspicious, I pull off. I pull off. In the last 6 months, I had 2 situations where a gun was pointed at me.
Damn.
And I was like, freak out. But I'm the type of person when something happens, I kick into survival mode and I don't panic and I get the hell up out of Dodge. So I was sitting, let me tell you, I had just pulled over because I was doing some texting and stuff. I had needed to send someone an email that was important. And so I pulled over in this parking lot, which there was no one around. And I'm familiar. This is the area, one of the areas I grew up in. So I felt comfortable. I pulled up in the parking lot of a Dollar Tree. But it's like a plaza. So there's a lot of businesses, foods, all kind of stuff. So I pulled in front of the Dollar Tree, but I pulled back far enough that where I wasn't in the direct space of like customers who were going to go in and out. I pulled back further in the parking lot. And I'm going back and forth on this email. I'm focused, but I'm also still watching my surroundings. And it's 3:00 in the afternoon. So it's like, shouldn't be too much crime going on, but you never know. So I'm sitting there and I see a car pull up behind me, but they're quite a ways bit behind me, but they pull up and it's a female in the car. So I kind of looked out the rearview mirror. I feel a little comfortable. It's a female, but I'm watching her because you're behind me. Mm-hmm. So I'm just kind of like, I'm here up in the, I'm looking in the rearview mirror. I'm here. I'm still looking up in the rearview mirror because God says, look, some says, pay attention. So I'm down for maybe a few seconds. And next thing I know, the female is standing literally up against my car on the passenger side. She creeped up from the time I had my head down to that moment. She creeped up behind me, was on my passenger door, and it got my attention. I looked, and I could tell she was on her phone looking around, and I could just feel the energy was not right. And I'm like, what the hell is she doing in my car? And in a split second, another car pulls up. right in front of me. So at this point, they kind of got me teed in. I'm parked like this. She was kind of right behind me, with like a space or two behind me. And then a car out of nowhere, a man dashes out in front of me, pulls out a pistol, and she tries to open my door handle. Now I was in my Tesla. So I don't know if you know about Teslas. Like if you're sitting idle because it's an electric car, it's still. It's like it's off. There's no motor revving or anything like that. So you would think that it's parked. And my windows are tinted all the way around because my husband makes sure we tint our windows. So you can't tell. Maybe you couldn't tell. Maybe you could tell I was in there, but maybe it looks like it's no one in there. I don't know. Do you know that this lady tried to open my car handle? The man dashes out, pulls a big gun out. I'm not lying. Pulls a big gun out. It's like they were trying to steal my car, rob me. I don't know what the case was. So in an instant, I put my foot on the gas because, again, with Teslas, you don't have to start them up. You're in it, it's going to move.
My car do that too.
Or it's going to stop if you don't have your foot on the gas. I hit a hard right to where I almost hit the girl. She has to fall back. And I had enough room to yerk out of there to not hit him. So I'm zooming across this parking lot. He makes a U-turn. He's zooming behind me.
Oh, God.
I know this area very well. I know that there's 2 police stations on this same street. So I zoom out and I dart down Natural Bridge. He's darting behind me for like lights. I'm driving. I'm running lights. I'm zooming past stuff. He's still behind me. And now, you know, a Tesla can go from 0 to 100 real quick. So I'm going fast on the street, right? I'm talking about 100 miles per hour damn near. And I hurry up and do a hard turn right into the police station because I knew I grew up in this area for most of my life. I turn into the parking lot of the police station, and then he keeps going. And all I saw was a big gun and him looking dead at me. We made eye contact. And I hit it. It was all like in a motion from the time she walked up to my passenger door and the time he pulled up, it was like one motion. And it was one motion that I got up out of there. So yeah. 1 second. I'm almost done. I thought you was finna get in the shower. So that was my sister in the background. But yeah. So y'all want to know? I do got a little PTSD. And that was just not too long ago.
So we're gonna stop it there. Y'all see that she was out this, and she said this was most recently, almost 6 months ago, where someone tried to rob her. Y'all, that's gonna be a scary moment. I will see why she has PTSD, but that's a scary moment. But so that's it, guys. This is out. That's it for this video. Okay. You guys can put into the chat what you guys think about that. Y'all can comment. Okay. Thank you all for being here. So thank you, Belle Wilson, KBR Tyra, and Scorpion Miss. Thank you guys so much for modding. Thank you, Rose Armstead and True TV Podcast, my backup mods as well. Thank you, Chef Don for stopping by. Thank you, Sunny Days, for being here. Love seeing her. Girlfriend Chronicles, Boss Lady Brand, Messy Host ATL. Thank you, Purple Unicorn, if you're in the building. Of course, True TV Podcast. You guys check out all of those content creators, all right? And definitely support. All right, shout out to Sunni Minx. And shout out to all of the publications that we looked at today. I see KBR in the building. Thank y'all for being here. Let's get out of here, guys. Please like the video, share the video, and subscribe if you've not done so, okay? Over here on the Caramel Rail Show. I'll see you guys later. For those of you that also follow Empress Radio, she'll be going live. There will be a panel of some very exciting people there. So we're going to be on there today. I think it's going to be at 6 o'clock. So you guys go over there and support as well. I'll be over there supporting. I will be on the panel a little bit over there, acting crazy per usual, okay, as I always do. All right, so I'll see you guys then. All right, bye.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
Thanks, Justice P, please. Thanks, Justice P, please, for being in the chat as well. All right.
Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave.